Hello everyone. In this video we'll explain the concept of simple band brake. It comes under module 4 according to VTU syllabus, chapter name Design of Clutches and Brakes. This entire chapter is summarized here. So first topic what we studied under this chapter was clutches. There were two types of clutches. First one single plate clutch, second one multi plate clutch. Second concept that we studied under this chapter was brakes. Again, this brake was classified into two types. First one block brake, which is also known as shoe brake, and second one band brake. This block brake is divided into single block brake and double block brake. In single block brake, there will be only one shoe or block attached to drum, whereas in double block brake, it consists of two blocks or two shoes on opposite sides of drum. And moving on to next topic, band brake. This band brake is again divided into two types, simple band brake and differential band brake. So diagram of band brake is shown here. A band brake, it consists of a flexible band as shown in diagram. It consists of a flexible band made of steel strip, but this steel strip will be lined with some frictional material and it is wrapped partly around a drum. It is classified into two types, simple band brake and second one differential band brake. Here this portion is lever and we are applying force at one end of the lever. This is the drum or rotating element, and you can see one flexible element or flexible strip which is partly wrapped over this drum. So moving on to first category, simple band brake. This simple band brake, it consists of, so here one end of band is connected to fixed fulcrum and other end is connected to lever. So you can see all four diagrams here. In all four diagrams, one end will be connected to fulcrum and other end of this strip will be connected to part at one point of lever. So all four figure, it indicates simple band brake. Moving on to design procedure. First calculate what is the amount of torque transmitted using equation T is equal to 9.55 into 10 raised to 6 P by N. We are familiar with this equation. Power will be given in question. N RPM will be given. Calculate torque transmitted. If diameter of shaft is not given, you can calculate diameter of shaft using torsion equation. T by J is equal to tau by R. Here T from step number 1. J is pi d to the power 4 by 32 where diameter will be unknown. Tau value depending on material that we are selecting. And R is d by 2. Again diameter is unknown. In step number 3, you can use any one equation, either T is equal to T1 minus T2 into R or T1 by T2 is equal to e to the power mu theta, or else T is equal to Ft into R. You can use any one equation to find out T1 and T2. So depending on the given parameters, you have to select right equation. If angle of contact and mu is given, you can select equation T1 by T2 is equal to e to the power mu theta. If theta and mu is not given, you can use first equation to find out T1 and T2. This T1 and T2 can be written like F1 and F2 also. In Mahadevan data handbook, instead of T1 and T2, they are writing it F1 and F2. This torque is also given by equation Ft into R, where Ft is tangential force. Step number 4, refer page number 270 in your data handbook. Select right diagram, and there are two equations, one for clockwise rotation, one for anti-clockwise rotation. Select right equation and find value of F. Next step, design of band. We have to find out thickness of band and width of band. We can calculate thickness of band using equation number 13.18 N 0.005 into D, where D is diameter of drum. And to find out width of band, we can use equation 13.180. Very next equation. In this equation, F1 is nothing but T1. This value you can obtain it from previous step. F1 and T1 is one and same. H is thickness of band thickness. Sigma D is stress value of band material. That will be given in the question. If it is not given in question, you can assume some right value. Last step, design of lever. Since lever is subjected to bending moment, we have to use bending equation to find out dimensions of lever. M by I is equal to sigma by C, where M is bending moment is given by F max into A, where F max is, so in step number 4 we are calculating F. We have to find out two F value, one for clockwise rotation and one for anti-clockwise rotation. Identify which is the larger value, whether F4 clockwise is larger or whether F4 anti-clockwise is larger. Identify larger value, multiply by A, that is length of lever, that will give you bending moment M. In most of the cases, lever will be of rectangular cross section, so I is given by BHQ by 12. Sigma, depending on material of lever, C is equal to H by 2. We'll move to one problem directly. A simple band brake of drum diameter 600 mm has a band passing over it with an angle of contact 225 degree. One end is connected to fulcrum, other end is connected to brake lever at a distance of 400 mm from the fulcrum. Brake lever is 1 meter long. Brake is to absorb a power of 15 kW at 720 rpm. Design the brake lever of rectangular cross section assuming depth to be thrice the width. Take allowable stress 80 megapascal. Also design steel band if thickness is 2.5 mm and tensile stress in band is 56 megapascal. In this question, this diagram is not given. We have to draw this diagram based on given details. So consider this first sentence of the question. Simple band brake of drum diameter 600 mm. So we'll draw one drum of diameter 600 mm, has a band passing over it. So as shown in diagram, there will be one band passing over it with an angle of contact 225 degree. So this angle of contact is 225 degree. One end is connected to fulcrum, other end is connected to lever at a distance of 400 mm from fulcrum. So based on this 400 mm, you can locate second point also. Brake lever is 1 meter long, so the total length of this lever is 1 meter or 1000 mm. Brake is to absorb a power of 15 kilowatt, so power is 15 kilowatt 15 at 720 rpm, so N value will be 720. Also we have to design brake lever here, which is of rectangular cross section, but assume depth is thrice the width. That means H is equal to 3 times B. And allowable stress is 80 megapascal. So sigma is 80 megapascal. You compare this diagram with diagram present in data and book. So by comparing these two diagrams, you will get to know that B value is 400 mm and A value is 1000 mm. So you can refer that diagram with diagram given in page number 270. So by comparing these two diagrams, you will get to know B is 400 mm and A is 1000 mm. So draw this diagram first. So first step, as I already told, use this torsion equation or torque equation. T is equal to 9.55 into 10 raised to 6 P by N. P is given, N is given, calculate torque value. After that, find out Ft. Equation to be used is torque is equal to Ft into R. Radius of drum is given, torque value from previous step, calculate Ft value. In step number 2, refer page number 270, identify right diagram and we have to calculate two F value, F for clockwise rotation and F for counterclockwise rotation. When you refer page number 270, you will get to know that this given diagram matches with figure E in data handbook. First, there are two equations, one for clockwise, one for counterclockwise. Identify which equation to be used. So here, direction of rotation, I am considering clockwise rotation. So it rotates in clockwise direction, force is acting downward. That means direction of F and direction of rotation is same. So direction of rotation is towards downward, force is acting downward. So both direction are same. Therefore, in data handbook, select clockwise rotation equation. Equation is equation number 13.19c. F is equal to ftb divided by a into 1 divided by e to the power mu theta minus 1. Mu value you can assume 0.3. Theta value it's given in question 225 degree, but convert that into radians, pi by 180 multiply by pi by 180. Now we know all the values. Substitute in force equation. You will get force needed for counterclockwise rotation is 180 Newton. Next, similar calculation for counterclockwise rotation. Equation to be used is 13.19d. Again, we know all the values here. Substitute. You will get F max as 383.3 Newton. Next, design of lever. We have to use bending equation. M by I is equal to sigma by C. Here M value is, so out of two F values, F4 counterclockwise and F4 clockwise, out of these two F values, select maximum value. So here maximum value is 383.3, which is for counterclockwise rotation. Therefore M is equal to F max into length of lever, because I am applying force F here. Bending moment at lever is equal to force into perpendicular distance. So force into A. You will get M value here. I is BH cube by 12, but it is given that H is equal to 3B. Substitute and simplify. You will get I as 27 into B to the power 4 by 12. And in this equation, C is equal to H by 2. You can keep it in terms of B. Sigma value is given in question 80 megapascal. Substitute all the values. You will get width of lever B as 15 mm. Therefore, thickness of lever or height of lever will be 3 times B, 45 mm. Last sub question, design of band. So design of band means we have to find out thickness as well as width of band. But in this question, thickness is given directly. Thickness is 2.5 mm. That is given. If thickness is not given, you can use equation 13.18 n to find out thickness of band. After calculating thickness, calculate width of the band. Equation to be used is B is equal to F1 divided by H into sigma d. To find out F1, I told you there are two equations. One is T is equal to F1 minus F2 into R, and second equation is F1 by F2 is equal to e to the power mu theta. We have to use these two equations to find out F1 and F2. Here F1 and F2 are unknown. T from step number 1. R is radius of drum, that is given in the question. So you will get one equation, F1 minus F2 is equal to 663.19. I need one more equation. F1 by F2 is equal to e to the power mu theta. Here e to the power mu theta is 3.25 because mu is known, theta is known. So F1 by F2 is equal to 3.25. So now we are having two equations, two unknowns. Calculate F2 and F1. After getting this F1 value, substitute F1 value in B equation. So F1 is known, H is thickness, that is given in the question. Sigma D, you can assume sigma D as 56. If it is given in question, actually in this question sigma D is given. Yes, sigma D, tensile stress in band is 56 megapascal. If sigma D is not given, you can assume sigma D as 50 megapascal. So you will get band thickness as, or width of the band as 7 mm. One more problem, second problem on simple band brake. A band brake as shown in figure uses a V-belt. Pitch diameter of V-grooved pulley is 400 mm. Groove angle is 45 degree. Mu value is 0.3. Determine power rating. Determine power rating means we have to find out what is the power transmitted. So P value have to find out. To find out P value, we are having only one equation. T is equal to 9.55 into 10 raised to 6 P by N. So here somehow we have to find out T value. To find out T value, so it's given here. So to find out P, we have to use torque equation. T is equal to 9.55 into 10 raised to 6 P by N. So somehow we have to find out T value. T is given by F1 minus F2 into R, and one more equation is F1 by F2 is equal to, since we are using V grooved pulley here, since we are using V belt here, equation will be e to the power mu theta divided by sin alpha. If you are using flat belt, equation will be e to the power mu theta, that's it. But since we are using V belt, equation will be e to the power mu theta divided by sin alpha. So use these two equations, find out F1. After getting F1 and F2, calculate torque, substitute in this equation, you will get power. So first I will use equation F1 by F2 is equal to e to the power mu theta. This diagram is given in question. N value is also given, RPM is given 400 RPM. Both F1 and F2 are unknown. Mu is 0.3, that is given in question. Theta is in this question, theta value is 180 degree. From this diagram you can note down here theta value, this is the angle of contact, theta value is 180 degree, and 2 alpha is 45 degree, that is given in the question. Groove angle is 2 alpha. In a V belt, you can go through V belt chapter again if you wish to know what is groove angle. So groove angle is 45 degree, that means 2 alpha is equal to 45. Therefore alpha will be 22.5. Substitute all the values, you will get F1 is equal to 11.74 F2. Then to find out F2 value, F2 or T2 one and same, take moment about O point, 100 into 750, that is equal to T2 into 400. So you will get T2 or F2 value. After getting F2 value, find out what is F1. So once we get value of F2 and F1, substitute in this equation, torque equation, F1 minus F2 into R, you will get torque. After getting torque, substitute in power equation, you will get power value. One last problem. So you will be having last one more type of problem under simple band brake. We have to design, or we have to find out what is the diameter of fulcrum pin. So this diagram is given in question. F value is given 1241. F1, F2 or T1, T2 values are given. Calculate diameter of pin. Here given values are F, F1, F2. These three values are given. First, for clockwise rotation, consider this lever portion. Identify which are the different forces acting on lever. There is one F at one end of lever which is acting downward, and during clockwise rotation, tight side will be on left side, because when it starts rotating, it will pull the belt from left side and same belt will be delivered to right side. Therefore T1 will be tight side, T2 will be slack side. So I am writing T1 here, T1 or F1 one and same, T2 or F2 will be here on right side. Apart from these three forces, there will be one vertical reaction on this pin, fulcrum pin, and there will be one more horizontal reaction. I am writing this vertical reaction as Fy and horizontal reaction as Fx. For just balance all the forces acting in vertical directions. T1 is acting at an angle of 45 degree, so take vertical component So T1 cos 45 minus Fy because it is acting downward, plus T2 again minus F because it is acting downward, is equal to 0. Here T1 value or F1, that is one and same, it is given in the question. So substitute all the values, you will get Fy. Then consider all the horizontal forces. Here horizontal component of T1 will be T1 sin 45 and one more horizontal component is Fx. So T1 sin 45 is equal to Fx. You will get Fx value. I am having Fx now, Fy also. Calculate what is resultant pin reaction, square root of Fx square plus Fy square. After that same calculation you have to perform for counterclockwise rotation. For counterclockwise rotation, so when the pulley rotates in counterclockwise rotation, it will pull the belt from right side and same belt will be transferred to left side. Therefore tight side will be on right side and slack side tension T2 will be on left side. First, consider all the forces acting in vertical directions. T2 cos 45, vertical component of T2 minus Fy plus T1 minus F. Substitute all known values, you will get Fy. Similarly, equate all horizontal forces. T2 sin 45 is equal to Fx, you will get Fx value. Take resultant pin reaction, square root of Fx square plus Fy square. So out of these two values, I am having two pin reaction, one by considering clockwise rotation and second one by considering counterclockwise rotation. Identify which is the maximum value. For clockwise rotation, resultant value is 4811. For counterclockwise, it is 3900. So maximum value is 4811. So this will be F maximum. After that, assume C40 material. For C40 material, sigma y is 324. Assume factor of safety 3. Therefore, sigma working will be 324 divided by 3, 108. This pin is subjected to shear stress. Therefore, find out what is tau or shear stress. Shear stress will be sigma working divided by 2 or sigma working into 0.5. You will get shear stress value as 54. And this pin is subjected to double shear. Since this pin is subjected to double shear, that is because there will be two forces acting on either side of rivet or either side of pin. Therefore, it is subjected to double shear. Since it is subjected to double shear, shear stress is given by F divided by 2A. 2A because it is subjected to double shear. Here tau value is 54. This is by assuming C40 as pin material. So tau is 54. F max, maximum among by considering clockwise and counterclockwise. So I am having F max also. A is unknown. A is given by pi d square by 4, where diameter is unknown. So you will get diameter of pin as 7.5 mm. You can round it off to 8 mm. You can find one similar homework problem here. That's it. Thank you.